Hi, I'm Steve for BoatTEST.com, and today I'm on the newest launch from the Ocean series from Hunt, the 63. Now this is very much a family yacht, an owner-operator's yacht, but there is still room for crew on board. Let's take a look as I conduct a full features inspection. During my inspection, I noticed that Hunt instills an overall sense of dedication to quality, not only in the build, but in the fit and finish. And this can be seen throughout the yacht, from the woodwork to the stainless steel deck fittings. We'll start with this aft deck. It'll be the first of our entertainment gathering venues. Begins with U-shaped seating behind a solid wood table. Looks like teak and is beautifully finished with nice holly inlay work. Add a couple more chairs in front to complete the seating. There's protection overhead 6 feet 8 inches off the deck, and it only comes to the back of the seating area. But if you want to add more protection, there are two rod style holders that will support carbon fiber stanchions, and that will add an awning that's added after the fact, and that gives you protection all the way to the back of the seating area. And I like that there's a stainless steel rail going all the way around the seating. Ahead into the port side is a refreshment center with a sink, ice maker, and storage. Notice that all the exterior decking is teak, and there are stairs to both sides leading to the swim platform. So there's 8 feet of teak platform, 6 feet 8 inches of which is hydraulic to launch a tender. This customer has a 13-foot tender in this case. Now, while this customer didn't request anything on top of the trunk cabin, it's certainly available for lounge seating, sun pad, anything that you'd like. Now, as we make our way to the flying bridge, it brings up the point that when a customer comes up with a customization idea, Hunt seems to take it to the next level. Perfect example, these stairs to the flying bridge. The customer requested that they be curving so as not to intrude on so much of this aft deck space. Hunt decided not only would they make it curving, they would make it open tread so that we have improved visibility from the salon area. They made it so that there are courtesy lights in each one, and the rails, handmade, are also going all the way up, so we always have something to hold on to. Let's take a look up above. Well, this gathering area starts with a settee, L-shaped, going around a triangular table on a fixed pedestal. Directly across is another refreshment center with freshwater sink, refrigerated drawer, all under the protection of the hardtop. Just behind, an electric grill with storage underneath. Access to the crew's quarters is to the starboard side of the aft deck, and notice when the lid is open, it's a glass top so that we don't have to go down into a dark and scary dungeon. Well, this is set up for a crew of one. There's a 24-inch TV over the berth. There's a wet head behind me, and alongside, access to the engine room. Now, as we move to the interior, double sliding doors give us an opening 39 inches, and what an interior this is. It is just taken to the next level. It's got such a nice yachty look to it, but it still has a contemporary look to it, and I really like the way it blends together. First of all, glass everywhere. It's just an amazing amount of natural light coming into the salon, especially the corner windows. Look at this rounded glass in the corners. That's something that we just don't see. And the hardest part of this is trying to find a way to bring blinds down into the corners, but they managed to pull it off. It works quite nicely. Customization levels, there's a lot going on here. Got rid of the fabric headliner, went with more of a solid headliner, and it gives it more of a yachty look. Elongated rail going across the top of the overhead. This is a yacht that's made to be underway, so we have something to hold on to while we're underway. L-shaped seating over on the port hand side with a movable table on a high-low pedestal, and of course, it's expandable. Freestanding furniture over to the starboard side, and then there's a 45-inch TV on an electric lift right over here. This whole forward section is made to separate from the helm station just forward by a lot of entertainment aspects. For example, this cabinet is made into a beverage locker. All of this is made to hold bottles, and it's custom designed to do exactly that. Stemware storage just ahead. There's a refrigerator.
This cabinet right here, wine storage. Now look at all of this woodwork. It's satin teak, but the edges are gloss finish. So you've got a nice combination of satin with the gloss to really bring out the natural look of this teak, and it's done so nicely. And the granite work, look at all of the multiple colors of the granite. You just don't find that in this country, but Hunt found it in the Taiwanese building shop where this was all fabricated from. The vents up above the soffits, so the room cools down evenly. You don't have somebody sitting in one spot getting frozen while the rest of the room is trying to get cooled down. Decking is teak and holly, and we've got carpeting just above it. Now, of course, we have air conditioning, but if you want to go with natural ventilation, there's a forward electrically actuated window, 2 electrically actuated on the port hand side, 1 on the starboard side, plus a side opening door. And all the way in the back, we have the double sliding doors that can be screened off. Now let's go down below and check out this 2 stateroom 3-head layout. We have an option of making it into a 3 stateroom 3-head. We'll start with the galley over to the port hand side, and a lot of customization went on here. First of all, it's an open floor plan with a U-shaped galley. Convection microwave, a lot of granite counterwork. This is the freezer space, 2 openings to it, plenty of storage to both sides of the opening port light. Teak covers over the single basin, stainless steel sink, pull-out sprayer. More storage, induction cooktop, more storage still. Then we've got refrigerator, and both pull-out drawers, and then this is a pull-out drawer for a dishwasher. Now over to the starboard side here, we have a door to a stateroom. This customer decided to make it into a den, but he wanted pocket doors. Hunt decided to take it to the next level, not only make it into pocket doors, but removing a bulkhead at the same time. Now we have a wide open social zone that's directly across from the galley, receives light from a skylight just above here, and another one that receives light from the windshield in front of the helm. And we've got a day head just behind me. This is also a wet head, so if we turn this into a stateroom, we've got the head to go with it. We've got storage drawers, and the space behind the drawers is taken up with a full-length hanging locker. Now I said this was a 2 stateroom yacht, so let's start with the first, the master, located just aft. Begins with a berth center mounted, 76 inches by 60 inches. Hull side windows to both sides, these are opening port lights. Of course, when these open, then the alarms go off at the helm, so we know when they're opened up. Plenty of storage to both sides, especially over on the port hand side where we have an entire chest of drawers, and we'll get more into that in just a moment. But over on this side, we also have mirror with lights to both sides, sorter for jewelry, swing out stool, settee, more storage, book rack with a removable rail. Head is located just forward, and it's got a walk-in shower. And there's a TV just ahead on the forward bulkhead, and it is 32 inches. This storage is very interesting because it's also in a position where the hull comes up to the side. So if you notice, this is where the hull is going to come down, so we end up limiting ourselves. Down the bottom, we would normally have nothing, but we still have pull-out space where we can put storage inside. A lot of open space here, and in this area, still room for storage right alongside. And also notice, just like we had up in the main salon, satin finish teak with gloss finish trim. Nicely done. Back at the entrance, just behind the door, is a full-length mirror. And then, nice hanging locker, cedar lined. And then just outside the entrance, washer, dryer just underneath. Now to the opposite side, what would normally be dead space underneath the stairs has been turned into a pantry. I think I'd like to see this door opened the other way so that we could reach it from the galley. Now fully forward is the VIP stateroom. Well, this is laid out in the typical fashion of an island berth, 78 inches by 61 inches. Ceiling height 6 feet 8 inches, leaves 4 foot 1 inch above the berth. Hull-side windows to both sides in the form of opening port lights. There's storage to both sides, high and low. And then chest of drawers, hanging locker to the port hand side with storage above that. 24-inch TV to the aft bulkhead, teak and holly deck, storage underneath the berth. And then we've got the ensuite, which is just behind, with a walk-in shower, opening port light, and then a hatch just above, providing natural light.
Now these are just some of the features that you can see. As for what you can't see, she's backed by the 93-year-old Hinckley Company, which warranties the Ocean 63 and supports it through their network of 7 service yards.
Frankly, there's just so much to like about this boat, we've barely scratched the surface. What I'm most impressed with is how when you come up with some ways to customize your boat, Hunt will take it to the next level. And that is my full features inspection of the Hunt Ocean 63. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.